Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Fishing Planet, and I'm going to talk about yesterday evening interview on Warmaster's stream. So it's on the YouTube too. I will put a link under this video with the boss of Fishing Planet, that's Killerwale. So he said a lot of things about the future of Fishing Planet. There is a lot of things that are incoming. Always remember, it's not because he's saying it now that it will come. There are some stuff that he answer always with we are working on it. It will be introduced. So that is most of the time the stuff that will come because you're already working on it. So it's a lot, but at the end I will do a recap because there are 4 goals that they put on, and that are the goals that they want to achieve. There is a lot of very good information because stuff that I thought about, are they going to do it? They said no or yes. That's how simple it is. But first we are going to start with the fisherman. So I think 2 or 3 times they are talking about the fisherman. So they start first with the trolling. So it seems that some of the stuff like trolling is licensed in the fisherman. So at some point when the license stops, but he didn't say a date, that's always a little bit a pity that we don't know it. But at some point the license of mechanics in the fisherman, they can just put it in the Fishing Planet, but it need to expire. Another thing that I read was that Big Ben is the publisher, and Fishing Planet, the developers, try to put all the content that they want or bug fixes in the fisherman, but the publisher decided. What he's saying is, this is the game, and it will not get updates anymore. So that's a pity, because I promoted that game. Take it from me, I sleep very bad that I did that. Still, I think about it, because it was a very big mistake, because at the end it's a second-hand game. So I didn't know that. I just thought, okay, this is the paying version of the Fishing Planet, the Fisherman. So every time that we got like an update on Fishing Planet, a little bit later we get the DLC that we pay with real money, and we will get it in the Fisherman, but that's not true. So don't put your hopes on it. Killerwale said something about the Amazon to get it in the Fisherman, but I don't think it's going to be in the Fisherman. They are trying, but at the end, you need to see it like this too. Big Ben is the publisher. Why would they put something still in the Fisherman? There are like 100, 150 players, so economic-wise, they are not going to make money from it. So then it stops. So I think the Fisherman, at the end, it's a dead game. So that was the thing that I want to say about it. You guys can check it out on the video from Warmaster himself. So there is the entire interview. But yeah, it's how it is. I cannot do a lot about it. I'm very sorry for it. That's the only thing that I can say. But I didn't know it either. I thought, okay, this is the paying version, and it was a really good version, but at the end, yeah, it's how it is. I cannot do a lot about it. So let's get started with Fishing Planet. So what did he say? So I tried to put it all a little bit together. So they are working at the moment. So they are already working at the moment on a new lake. But the new lake is another continent. So you guys can decide. We got Africa, we got Asia, we got Antarctica and Oceania, I think. So that's Australia. So, yeah, one of the 4. Because the other 3 we already got lakes. That's South America. So I'm not sure where they are going. If I can choose, yeah, I take Europe or America. But I cannot choose because I'm not a really big fan of the other areas. But I think it's going to be Africa or Asia. But I'm not sure. We need to wait. So they are working on it. And then the other thing that I say the whole time, are we going to get updates in the lakes that we already have? I thought it was always a very good feature because there are very cool lakes, but they are very low level. I think, for example, on Falcon Lake. Falcon Lake would be really cool if we got somewhere a peg that you can enter as level 70 or something and you can catch very big trout. But Killerwale said no, they are not going to do that. So the lakes that we got now, maybe we get new species, but they are not going to expand it, they are not going to make something else on it. That's a pity, because you got a lot of lakes already, and with like a small investment, you can make very easy new content. but it's not going to happen. Yeah, that's a pity. Then another thing that I saw was, and that's one of the goals that I saw, that's one of the 4 goals that he talked a lot about. It's bigger boats, we will get yachts, boats, and we get saltwater fishing. So he said it like 10 times, so I guess that's one of the priorities that they are working towards. So saltwater fishing. So yeah, I cannot say more about it. What is getting? He was thinking about species, marlins, tunas, and all that stuff. So saltwater fishing, bigger boats. Yes, sport fishing, sea sport fishing is probably coming. But are they going to introduce it in the new area, in the new lake that is coming? I think so. So you guys still remember that I said there are 4 continents that we still don't have a fishing area. So I guess it's coming on, yeah, probably on the next lake. So a lot of people always want that, the saltwater fishing. So yeah, it will probably come. I think 100% sure you can say it will come in. He said something about fly fishing too. He said it's not really hard to introduce, but what I hear is we need to decide as a community. But I think a lot of people are going for saltwater fishing. So I'm not sure that fly fishing is coming really quick. It will come at the end. But I don't think that they are going to introduce both of them really quick. One of them, but I think it's going to be saltwater. That's how it is. Then another thing that I saw, we will get a trophy room. Yeah, you can put all those trophy things that we are now, like here, the mounts. I hope that we can put it somewhere on like a house or something, because now it's not so cool. I think it's here in my bag, but if we can put it on a wall, it's a lot cooler. So that will come too. Then something other that a lot of people are going to like. So we will have tournament competitions for teams. For clubs and all that stuff. So I think that's really cool that that's coming. And then the next step, of course, we are going to get clubs. I think they already said that they are going to implement it, I think 4 or 5 years ago. But now I think it will come in the game, because it's one of the goals that they want to put, one of the 4. That's competition and clubs and all that stuff. So to rebalance it. So it will come. You can make your logos for your club, your storage for your club. I'm going to like it. I'm not sure how they are going to do it. Is it just a club, or can you do experience with your club, a little bit like the Fisher Online, and then unlock things like more experience if you're in a club, if you got that level, or more money for each fish, or maybe a special lure or something. I don't know what it's going to be. Is it just a club? You put yourself in it? We need to see, because it's now they are saying, okay, it's going, but I think the implementation and what the feature are going to be, it's something for a little bit later. You always start with the thought, with the plan, and then you implement with the ongoing process other stuff that you think about it. You cannot say, here is the clubs, here are 15 things that we are going to do. It does not work like that. In the process, always people think about stuff and they think, oh, that would be cool. And that's how it works. Therefore, we get clubs. How it will be implemented, I don't know. Then the next one, competition balance. So it was a little bit vague what they are going to do about it. So competitions, they need to rework already for a long time, because at the moment we got a lot of amateur competitions. Nobody is going to them. The system is a little bit old in my opinion. I said, I think 2 or 3 years ago, maybe we need to have like leagues every 3 months. Everything is resetted. You give nice prizes. So at the moment it's a little bit always the same. You go to competition, you fish it. Everybody probably knows how you need to fish them. And that's it with the tournaments. It's the same too. It's always the same and the same and the same. So I hope that they do a very good job with the competitions, because a lot of people are playing the competition. It's a very cool feature. But it's a little bit like me. I come every day into the game. I check all the competitions. Most of the time, I got 1 or 2 in an entire day that I want to fish. Because there are some that they can remove. Like the trout hunter, just remove it. That's not fishing. That's RNG. The muskie topping, get them out. The shad, get them out. Because that's not fishing. That's RNG. I don't like that. There are a couple of competitions that, suck balls in my opinion. So, but yeah. It's just my opinion, guys. We will see what they will do with the competitions. Then they are working on the physics of the fishing, the catching, the reeling in, all that stuff. So I think that's always an ongoing process that they try to do. There is nothing new. We will see what they introduce. Then the next one is very important for the starting player. So we will get a new tutorial. A starting tutorial that is easier for the new players, because at the moment there are a lot of people that complain about the tutorial. I don't know why it's that bad, because it's very easy what you need to do, but yeah, I already played the game for a long time, but maybe into depth I mean. So I think the tutorial is just float fishing. There is not a lot of info about all the other stuff, but I'm not sure that they are going to introduce like a tutorial like that. What is bottom fishing? What is float fishing? What is a lure? What is a presentation? I don't think so. I think it's just a start, but we need to see. It's almost finished, this stuff, the new tutorial, so it will come, I think, in the near future. So the PS5, the PlayStation 5, get graphic optimization too. I'm not sure that's very good. I'm not sure that's very bad. I don't know, because I don't have a PlayStation. So is it so bad, the graphic system on the PlayStation? I don't know, but I think if they introduce it, it will be always better than before. So that's something that he said. And then Killerwale is working a lot on better realistic weather, and he said something about clouds. So on that moment, I thought, so with realistic weather, that means that is going to change. We have better weather, that now it's really always the same. So you start at a sunny day at 5, the next day it's a sunny day, and it's the same sunny day. But then I started to think, I don't hope that they are going to change the fish behavior too. Because that means at the end, we're just going to catch less fish. But I think that Warmaster asked that question, and Killerwale said there are no thoughts about that, but it's a very good question. But don't implement it, please. Don't do that. Because if you do that, people are not going to be happy. Okay, it's possible that fish are going to start biting, but what you do then on that moment, that's the next layer of difficulty. So you need to understand what this will do. So you're fishing on a sunny day, you're in the best time of the day, you're catching fish, and suddenly the rain is there, the clouds are there. He talked about the shadow of clouds on the ground, and the fish stop biting, because the pike is not biting in rain, or the muskie is not biting in the rain. It stops biting. People are not going to be happy, because you need to adapt on that moment. So you are doing something on that moment. I need to switch to a fish that likes rain, maybe the walleye. But it's such a complexity system that you introduce on that moment. I would not do it. Maybe other people think something else from it, but at the end, I think it's going to influence the fish catching in this game. And Killer always says a couple of times in the interview, people need to get the chance to catch fish. That's very important in a fishing game. So let's wait. Let's see how it goes. I think this will come very soon too, because he said it a couple of times. He talked some minutes about this system. Let's hope that it's just the weather. I'm happy with it. A little bit more immersion in the game, but I hope that the fish just stay the same, and that they bite the same, and that we don't need to rethink about what do we need to fish and all that stuff. So then the next one, fly fishing, I already said, and saltwater fishing. Then new species. The marlin and the tuna, I already said to you guys too. New gear, new baits, new rods. It's not decided yet. But my guess is, if you go for marlin, yeah, it's not small fish, you know, tuna. If I see National Geographic, that's 250 pounds. You can do it with the rods, because we thought with Amazonian maize that that they will implement new gear too, but they didn't do it. But I hope that we can get like a fucking retarded casting rod casting, like the very big one. If I see those tuna fishers, it's such nice equipment. I hope that we can get something like that. A nice boat, go to the sea, saltwater tuna, marlin. I think that will be really cool. But he says we not decided it yet. Then the next question that Warmaster asked, are we going to get some more Europe lakes? And he said, okay, we got some draft for Europe, but it's not priority at the moment. I think what they want to do first is, in every continent, a couple of areas that you can fish. That's economic-wise very smart. If I see the amount of players that are playing fishing games, after they introduce South America, you got like a gigantic population of players that come to the game. I think that the player base almost doubled with just introducing this, and it stays, even after a long time of introducing the Amazonian maize, because it's now already 2 or 3 months, I think. The player base stays healthy a lot higher than before. So it's very smart. I always said that in the past, that you need to get people from other continents. You need to imagine that they go to Asia. It's like 2 or 3 billion people that are living there. So my guess is Asia or Africa first, because you always need to make money. So it's not stupid what they do, but the main problem is, for example, me, I like North America, then it's Europe. I don't like Amazonian maize. I fished there at the start and I never came back. That's another problem, of course, but yes, sometimes you need to think about the income and the player base to expand it. But yeah, people that don't know it, RP, my school, you catch a couple of them and then it's like you don't feel at home if you're not from there, but people that are from there, they feel home. So I can understand it, and yeah, that's what I can say about it. So Europe, I don't think that we are going to get in the near future a new lake. So then, masterfish are incoming. I don't even know what I write here. So is it the... Let me have a look. No, I don't know. I totally forgot what this mean. But maybe a little bit later it comes back to my mind. Then the inventory system. So everybody knows already for a long time that it's very shit. So I always thought, can they not do it a little bit easier? It's a small things, but it's so irritating to make a new setup, a new rig. It's so much equipment that we got at the end. The most work that I got most of the time in videos is trying to assemble a good setup for that area and that video. So I need to go to the shop, I need to check the level on the gear, I need to see that I can balance it, that I can catch the fish. It's like the most work for every video. That's really strange. And the other part is like a lot less time investment that I need to do. But they are working on it. So what did I hear? So they are going to make it a little bit easier. What I see is they are going to make backpacks with kits in it that you just got, like, let's say a Predator kit. You just take that backpack and everything is in it. So your Zeus will be in it, your lures will be in it. You just take it and then you do it. It's going to be just the same with the shop, because they are going to rework the shop too. Because at the moment it's not that easy. So you need to buy everything step by step. You need to know something about the game, works it with each other. We are going to get kits, and what they are going to do, it's unbelievable. I never understood that. You can buy stuff in bulk. So now it's like this for all the guys, so you need to click on it every time, but now you can do it in bulk. I don't understand it why they didn't introduce it like 5 years ago, but I know a lot of people are going to be very, very, very happy with it. So backpack, bundle, kits, all that stuff, a little bit easier. How it will be implemented, I don't know. We will see it, but they will work on the shop, they will work on the inventory, all that stuff. That's really, really good. Then to end the video, They are thinking about introducing a new, how do you say it, a level of species. So what do I mean with it? Now we got young, we got normal, trophy, and unique. They are thinking about adding a new one. So I guess it's going to be above unique. He said something about it. I don't have a problem with it. Because I think that I already said it a couple of times in my video. So it's going to be probably a fish that is not easy to catch. It's going to be bigger than the unique. It's going to be harder to get as the unique. So yeah, why not? I don't have a problem with it. It was like a small sentence that he said. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, why not? Bull shark of 300 kilograms. Let it come, guys. Let it come. No problem for me. So, yeah. I'm not sure when they are going to introduce it. I hope that they keep it away from the competitions. That's one thing that I want to say about the competition. The last time I made a video about the mechanic, and a lot of people said it's going to be random and all that stuff. I don't think so. The only thing that you need to do in competition is get rid of the uniques. And in the tournament, just the same. The influence of the weight of the uniques is way too high. And if you don't catch it, you never can win. So if we got just youngs, normal, and trophies, the competition's already going to be balanced a lot better. They don't have a place, the uniques. I already made so many times not the semifinals because I missed the unique, or not getting to the final because I missed the unique. So they are, yeah, just get them out of the competitions. It's just a tip that I want to give, and it's a lot easier to get the trophy than the unique. The uniques are very specific, and you need to have luck too that they are biting. A lot of competition players know that, people that are doing tournaments know that. You can win or lose, but yeah, it's only one fish on 2 hours, so it's not really that good. So then another thing, the merchandise. They got now real merchandise, because I got it a couple of months ago. Killerwale sent it to me as a New Year's present to thank me for all the years of making videos for this game. But yeah, most of the time I make just videos because I like game. You guys know that if I don't like a game, I don't make videos. Therefore, people always ask me this question. Oh, you're now doing the Fisherman online, so you don't like Fishing Planet anymore? No. Sometimes I'm burned out on one of the fishing games now. I'm back to Russian Fishing 4 more, but it's possible that next week I'm coming back more to Fishing Planet. It's not that I need to play a game. I got work outside YouTube too, so it's just something that I do I like to make tutorials, but I'm a gamer too. If I don't like the game at the moment, I don't play it, but that does not mean that I hate the game. So, but he gave me some merchandise, and I need to say the hat, the cap is really cool, because I give it to my son, so he's running around everywhere in Belgium with Fishing Planet on his head. The coffee cup is very good, it's iron, and I got myself a spinning reel too, and I got a spinning rod. I didn't test it yet because I'm not a fisherman, but I'm going to test it with my brothers, if I got the time, of course. Then I'm going to real-time fishing. And but it looks really great, and what I saw was it's very good equipment. So I still need to test it, but you already can feel it. It's very decent equipment. So he said something about that too, so I want to talk about it. There is only one big problem. If you're outside Europe, America, I already got trouble with UPS. So it's a lot of stuff that you need to pay. So I had it 2 times, and I had a lot of trouble with UPS. They were suing me and all that shit. So now it's finished, because I threatened them to call my lawyer. But I think they need to work a little bit on that more, because I got it for free. I didn't pay for it, but if you pay for it and you got that shit what I had, yeah, they need to work a little bit on the web shop and how you need to go around with clients. I think UPS is not a good company to work with, so they need to find something else, because they suck at the end. They are just garbage at the end, UPS. They are not polite. That guy was here. I just reacted to offer because I got it 2 times. Then he puts it somewhere in a store. 3 days later, I got already, you need to pay the income from America to here. 2 weeks later, they are trading with lowers against me, and I didn't do anything, you know. So they need to work a little bit on that. Then a recap, the 4 things that I saw and I think are coming for sure in the game, and it will come in the next couple of months. So sea fishing, saltwater fishing. Another thing that is said, anti-cheat priority. So they are finishing, I think, the anti-cheat program because they are working on it with the overhaul from competitions, tournaments, and all that stuff. That's very important. Yeah, then the boats. I didn't yet say it, so we are probably going to get more people in the boats. And then at the end, yeah, the competition. So that are the 4 working goals that they are working at the moment. So yeah, that was it, guys. So thanks for watching. Have fun. A lot of cool stuff is incoming. When it's coming, I don't know. There were a lot of questions answered too on the fisherman. So don't hope for the fisherman anymore. That's what I saw. Saltwater fishing, new continent area is incoming. Competitions overhaul. And that's it. See you guys later. Bye bye.